Hi, I'm Mark Wood. I'm a professional freelance cartoonist and today I'm going to be showing you how to draw cartoons and caricatures. I'm going to show you how to draw SpongeBob SquarePants. For the outside of his body, it's quite simple really. It's just sort of a, if you draw basically a sort of a rectangular type shape, but you want it slightly wider at the top, down the bottom. Just follow it along like that. Now from there, you want to come down and just sort of down on this line, and from here you go up. So you join the two together and you're creating a sort of a 3D effect. And that is the outline of SpongeBob. So we're going to do a line here, which is going to be where his shirt is. And you come up slightwards. There you go. And then we're going to move on to his face. So we're going to do 2 circles for his eyes. Slightly overlapped, so the second eye you can't quite see all of it. And you're going to go like that. Fill in the pupils, so you do 2 circles here, 1 and 2, and within those circles you do a smaller circle, but this is going to be shaded in, leaving a little bit of white in the centre. Now we're going to draw his nose, which is a bit like the shape of a sausage. So you come off and up, and that is the basic shape of his nose. And then you move on to his mouth, which is joined to his nose. It's quite simple. You just come off sort of halfway along the nose, maybe just a little bit further, and a big smile right up to his sort of his eye. And on top of the sort of the crease of the mouth, you can put like a C shape going over his eye, which is like a smile line, and inside that just put 3 dots. Now from the top of the mouth here, you're going to come down and you're going to come along and you're going to come back up to the mouth like that, leaving enough space between the straight line you've drawn here and his mouth to put in a little crease underneath. And you're basically starting to get the shape of his face now. So we put in his teeth. The lines that you go over, like where I've drawn his tooth here, and you've still got his mouth, you can actually, when you go over it in pen, when you're finished, you can actually rub lines like that afterwards, so you won't even know that they were there. You're going to put his tongue in, and you follow that, and we just shade his mouth in so you can see everything a little bit better. And that's his face. So the only thing that's left to do here really is his, I suppose they're eyelashes on top of his eyes, very thick, 3 on each. And now we're going to move on to his shirt. So from this straight line that we drew originally, you're going to do 2 little lines down like that, so you more or less get a W shape, and in the middle you're going to do a little square, and then you're going to come down for his tie, drawing the lines like that. Now halfway between this line and this line, we're going to draw another line. So you come straight along, and where you're going to the 3D shape, you're going to go up slightly. This represents his trousers, and on his trousers he has some black marks. So you do some very thin rectangles, like so, and one round the corner. Now we're going to do his legs. So we've got the bottom of his square pants, so you're going to do 2 little sort of half rectangles like that, and then you're going to do 2 very straight, quite long lines, which are his very thin legs, and round them off on the bottom. From here we're going to do his shoes, which are just basically a rounded shape like that. If you don't get it right first time like that, you can always thicken it up and just do it like that. The shoes basically are just coloured in black, so we will shade those in a minute, but you want to leave a little circle on the front of each shoe just to show a little bit of light reflecting off of the end. So when you shade in, just shade in round that circle. Shade it in like that for now. And same on the other one. And shade them around the circle, and you've got his shoes. So you've just put a couple of lines on the legs, that's his stripy socks, and you've got his legs done. Now there's not much left to do. We've got the arms. We're going to do, I think we'll do his arms hanging down by his sides. So if we're going to do one arm there, so you just do a little arm coming out there and another one here. So just a little bit like a bell shape, this one. So, and from there you do a straight line, and from this one, two straight lines as well. For his hands, the middle of his hands is like a circle. So if on the bottom there you do 2 circles, and then you just do the fingers coming off of the circles. Again, a thumb, and you do 3 fingers, like so, and then you can just thicken it up around the edge of the hand. Now, SpongeBob has got like the sort of the spongy effect obviously on his face. So for this, all we do is just a variety of different size circles going round, just evenly spaced, some bigger, some smaller. And literally just to finish off his body, we've drawn it very, very square. So his body's sort of wavy because obviously being a sponge, it's not square, so you just do a wavy line over your square shape, but only going down to where his clothes start because of his square pants. And when you've done that, you have got SpongeBob SquarePants.